So first, before I give you my list, I want to kind of remind you of how I rank them in forms of anticipation. I believe that we take the anticipation and where I place it on my list, a little bit in the middle is where you'll find how much I enjoyed the movie. Number 8, I had Lego Batman movie. I really wasn't intending on going to see this movie. I still haven't seen the Lego movie. I just wasn't into the whole Lego Batman thing. It seemed like a cash grab. But I did go see it. And I think I did a review on it. So we'll see where that ranks on the list. 7, 6, and 5 was really just me. How do I put this? Going off the track record. Alright. At 7, I had Logan. The trailer looked nice. But I've never loved either of the first 2 Wolverine movies. And the second one, the director, James Mango, was directing this one. So just off of that, I was like, I'm not really anticipating it. Hope it's great though. That's what I thought beginning of the year. 6 was Justice League, going off of Zack Snyder and Batman v Superman, which was pretty much what you had to expect going into this, being that it's the next Zack Snyder DCEU movie. I wasn't anticipating that much. And 5 was Thor Ragnarok, being that Thor Dark World is my least favorite MCU movie, even though this was a different director. This was before a trailer was out, didn't really know what to expect. But I really liked the first Thor. And I like him in Avengers, so I was giving it the benefit of the doubt by putting it at 5. 4 was Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle. I really liked the first Kingsman. Didn't love it as much as everybody else, but Matthew Vaughn has a pretty good track record with me, and I was really excited to see where this sequel would go. I'm actually a real big fan of sequels, so I was anticipating this being better than the first one, and that's what I had at number 4. 3, Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm not gonna lie, my anticipation went down a little bit after seeing so much in the trailers last year. So, and I was really worried that it would be too much Iron Man, not a Spider-Man. So that's why I had it at number 3. Took it off my number 2 spot and put it at 3. Number 2 was Wonder Woman. I was really anticipating this movie. Everything I saw was looking good at the beginning of the year. The action. She was probably my favorite part of Batman v Superman, her and Ben Affleck. So I was really looking forward to this movie. And number 1 was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I didn't love the first Guardians like everybody did, but like I said, I'm always a fan of sequels. I always think sequels are going to be better. So, and they had the TV spots and the trailers out, and I was just all going to hope for this movie. And it drops in May. You know how Marvel does. When it drops a movie in May, it has to be most anticipated. Come on. So now that I've given you my ranking of anticipation, let's see how it matches up to how much I actually enjoyed the movies. And this is my list for 2017. Just know this is a personal list. This isn't a list of technically what movie is better or how much the critics liked it or all that. I am not in that field of business. I am just a movie watcher, and I like what I like, and this is my opinion. And I'm telling you right now, this list is going to be different than most people's. Maybe everybody. I might have my own original list, original ranking for these movies. Because I'm telling you right now, coming at number 8, my least favorite comic book movie of the year is everybody's favorite, Logan. If you saw my review, you know I was head over heels about this movie. It's not a bad movie. It's a good movie to watch and see and say that you saw it. But all in all, it's just not my cup of tea. It's a pretty depressing movie. I'll be honest, I didn't feel too much when Logan died. By the time he died, it was already so much death in it that I was like, okay, another death. And I knew it was his last movie, so it wasn't like that heart-wrenching to me. And not to mention, they just did not give a fuck about the X-Men continuity, so I really didn't know what Logan I was getting in this movie. Was this the one from that killed Jean Grey, or was it the one that had to go through the Sentinels, or was like I was confused at that point. But I enjoyed the first watch, didn't love it. Saw it again actually Still didn't love it. And I bought it on Blu-ray, and I haven't been able to sit through it. I started watching it, but you probably got me in a certain mood to watch this movie that I'm never really in. So that's why it's my least favorite of the year. If you put all these DVDs in front of me and tell me to pick zero times out of 10, I'm going to pick this movie. But hey, it's a great man movie, and I understand why people love it, but not for me. Number 7, movie I did go see, Lego Batman. I actually really enjoyed this movie, especially the beginning. I could watch the beginning over and over and over again. when all those villains, super villains drop out and they name dropping them. Yeah, that alone makes me really enjoy this movie. I mean, all throughout, it was but it's more of a parody. It's more of a straight comedy. You know, it's nothing that again, nothing I'm always in the mood to watch, but I can watch it, and especially with, you know, my little sister or a niece and nephew, I can watch it with the kids, but it's not something I watch on my own a lot. Number 6 is the movie I don't even have. That's how I know I really didn't love it that much, because I usually go out and get Blu-rays immediately, and that's Kingsman 2. I'll admit, even I, who loves sequels, will say this isn't better than the first one. It started off real good, actually, with that car fight scene, and it has some good action in it. But overall, the thing I love about the first one was actually the whole test he went through to become a Kingsman. Nothing like that was in this one. And then it had some weird. Poppy was a weird villain, and I didn't do a review on this, did I? No, Poppy was a weird villain. And the whole meat grind thing, I didn't care for, especially when she had him eat the burger. That was too far. Some shit took it too far. Elton John was funny in this movie, though. Mark Strong did great. Of course, he always said when the character dies. Actually, everybody did real good, but I just didn't. It kind of feel like it took it too far, even for me. And that's saying a lot. And I understand a lot of people don't even like it, but I liked it. It's just, like I said, I saw it twice in theaters, but I haven't been to rest of it on Blu-ray yet, which is weird for me. So that right there should tell you how much I really didn't love it. So, top 5. And number 5, I went back and forth actually with 3, 4, and 5 for different reasons. Once again, this isn't a thing of quality or which the movie is technically better than the other one. This is all opinion. This is all which ones I enjoy watching the most. And number 5 would be Spider-Man Homecoming. Definitely, it's an enjoyable movie to watch. It's still my favorite Spider-Man movie. I'm not a big fan of any of the Spider-Man movies. I'm not big on nostalgia. But besides this, I would say Spider-Man 1 is my favorite. I give it props for doing something different with Spider-Man. They kind of had to, since there's already so many of them. Not that much web swinging. I mean, they got him driving a car and doing all this stuff, and got AI in his suit. I don't love it all. On one hand, I understand him doing it because he had to do something different at this point, and I'm real excited for him. Tom Holland's still my favorite Spider-Man. I'm real excited to see what he does in the MCU, but for this one, it's not one that I watch over and over again. My favorite scene, probably the whole Washington Monument scene, though. I really like that one. And Michael Keaton really stole the movie for me. Michael Keaton is just a phenomenal actor. I mean, come on now. Now, number 4 and 3 again. I went back and forth on this one. And guys, I gotta tell you, I said in my review, and I thought that as time would go on, it wouldn't bother me as much, but it actually got worse. It got worse. Wonder Woman, not the whole movie. The thing about this movie is, it's a great movie, and everybody says this, so I'm glad it wasn't just me. But it's a great movie from the origin to, you know, to her coming to the man, the land of the man, to the No Man's Land scene. The best part of the movie, hands down, is the No Man's Land scene. All that, the fight, and everything. But that third act, I tell you, man, it's not that's just corny, but it's just so different from the rest of the movie. Like, you could tell this is the Zack Snyder effect on this part. You know, another movie it probably would have been so bad, but in this movie it just doesn't fit. Not to mention we're already like 2 hours in, so now you're just stretching the movie out longer than, you know, the general audience patience is. So it's already too long, and they come into this part that's not that good. And it does. It gets over corny or a little over cheesy in the third act. Like I said, I thought after some rewatching, it wouldn't bother me as much because I honestly don't love the third act in a lot of origin movies. Captain America: First Avenger, Iron Man, Batman Begins. I don't love the third act and as much as the rest of it. But this third act is bad, man. Maybe Doctor Strange spoiled me because that third act is amazing. But if they could have landed a better third act in this movie, this was shot up a couple spots for me. It might have been number one, but now it's just like I dread even watching it because I know that third act is coming. Hey, you can say I'm just overthinking it. And this movie has been, I mean, it's getting a lot of love, a lot of extra love because it's a female, based superhero movie. But it's been getting a lot of hate because of that too. So I don't hate the movie. I don't think it's one of the best movies either, though. I think it's just a cool movie with a horrible third act that I really wish they would have did something with that. So top three. Coming in number 3. I don't have it because it's not on Blu-ray yet, but I'm definitely gonna get it when it comes out. And that is Justice League. Alright, Justice League gets a lot of extra hate because everybody knew so much going into it. Everybody knew about the 2 directors and the CGI mustache and the reshoots. So it's obvious a lot of people are going to come out saying, I can tell the reshoots, I can tell this, to that, to that. You take all that away and look at what it is. It is just a fun movie with its flaws. It has its flaws, don't get me wrong. It actually reminds me of the early X-Men movies more than the Avengers movie because it's introduced so many characters in this. Now, me personally, I'm a big fan of the runtime. I thought that for what they was doing with this, like, I don't need an extra 10 minutes of Cyborg doing this thing or Flash doing this thing. Like, I know these characters. I'm here to see them interact with one another. And all that was great. My favorite scene is the Aquaman. Was he sitting on Wonder Woman's lasso? But Aquaman having to tell the truth because of Wonder Woman lasso. Favorite scene in the movie. That and the Superman. I think Superman and Wonder Woman really made the movie for me. And I didn't realize until I saw a movie about the 6th time in theaters. I mean, I took my sister to see it, but I still enjoyed it even the 6th time seeing it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to knock this up. I'm not the one that's gonna give you the politically correct, technically correct answer. I know it's a movie with flaws, but for me, it's what do they call them? I'll take it as a guilty pleasure movie. But I very much enjoy seeing the movie. Flaws and all. More than Wonder Woman, more than Spider-Man. I enjoy Justice League. And speaking of which, number 2, another movie that gets a lot of hate, was my favorite movie of the year for a while. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I love this movie from beginning to end. The most fun I had in the movie theater, from the Baby Groot opening credits to the what's that Guardians Inferno music video, not music video, but the song playing with the credits, 5 extra credit scenes. Oh man, the fight on Ego, to the Yondu and Rocket escaping scene, to Rocket in the woods, all that stuff. Drax cracking jokes, Mantis, Nebula, Gamora, of course Baby Groot, of course Star-Lord, to the Yondu's death, which caught me completely by surprise. That shit hurt because I was enjoying Yondu so much. Wanted to see what he's going to do for the Avengers. Wanted to see him in Guardians 3, and it was like, nope. So for me, this movie touched all bases. It was funny. The music was great. It caught you off guard with Yondu's death. I love this movie. I wouldn't have saw it again the very next day. I got it on Blu-ray immediately. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I saw it a couple weeks ago. I still give it a 10 out of 10. I love this freaking movie. It's top 5 MCU movies for me. I mean, I guess I understand the hate. Like someone like me though who didn't love the first Guardians, I actually really liked it, but that is some stuff I don't love about the first Guardians movie. This was one that was for me. I heard that the first Guardians was like more like Star Wars, and this one's more like Star Trek. Maybe I need to start watching Star Trek because I love this movie. And number 1, if you haven't done the math by now, Again, it's not on Blu-ray, but Thor Ragnarok is not only my favorite comic book movie of the year, but my favorite movie of the year. Thor Ragnarok. I said Supergirl 2 was the most fun I had all year until Thor Ragnarok came out. I mean, I just love the opening scene with Surtur, to him found out about Loki, to Doctor Strange cameo, all that, to old Hela, Kate Blanchett was hella sexy, to Korg, Valkyrie, I mean, to him losing his eye, to Hulk, to him getting supercharged up, the music playing, everything. Everything about this movie I love, man. I saw it the day it came out, Thursday night. Didn't really know what to think about it. I was kind of conflicted, like I usually do when I see these movies for the first time when they catch me by surprise. Saw it again the next morning. Loved it so much I saw it again that night. I saw the movie 3 times in 24 hours. Then I still had to go hang out with my friends from work, to see it for the 4th time. Still loved it. I saw it again on like Tuesday because it was like $5 ticket Tuesday and I had $5 on my car, so it was a free movie. I saw the movie 6 times in theaters. I cannot wait till this shit come out on Blu-ray. It's the first Blu-ray I'm getting. No, it's not. I still gotta get Kingsman 2. But yo, when this movie comes out on Blu-ray, top 5 MCU movies, definitely the best Thor movie, and my favorite movie of the year. So there's my completely original list. My personal opinions. I don't give a damn about what movie you say is technically better or what this, that. Look, these are all comic book movies, alright? They all have plot holes. Why do you think House of the End loves doing them so much and everything wrong with it? They all have plot holes in them because they're based off comic book movies. They're fantasy, alright? So I don't want to hear nothing about that. This is technically, or this cinematography, or this screenplay, whatever. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, a lot of movies have that, but how does it make you feel? For me, this is how much I love all these movies. I love Thor Ragnarok and Guardians 2. Really, they're up here, over the camera, up here. Everything else is, you know, right after one another. Justice League, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Kingsman, Lego Batman, and then Logan is just too depressing for me. It's not my cup of tea. Alright, so that's my ranking. Put your rankings down below, and Happy New Year. And I'll be coming back now with my anticipation list for 2018. That's 10 movies, I believe. If you count Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, the Venom, the 3 Marvel movies, the 3 Fox movies, you got Aquaman, and Incredibles 2. Jeez. Woo! Leave comments down below. Thanks for watching as always. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Big business. I holla.